Hi, I'm Randy Hollenbeck, and this is the Music Roundtable. Today on the show, we have AJ from post-hardcore band Eyessettokill.
Hello, hello. How are you?
Put my heart on the line just to watch it crumble. Beat against the walls, but the cage won't rattle. I know if I walk away, I'll be betrayed by the pattern. Should I keep my head in the game? Or will I fall to the bottom? I never speak for myself. Wanna be somebody else. I try to reach for the top, but then we fall to the bottom. I cry that life isn't fair, like no one ever compares. And I am never enough for falling back to the bottom, back to the bottom, back to the bottom.
I wanted to dig into some of your history. How did you get into music and start playing guitar? What age?
Oh man, I started playing at 11, just shortly before my 12th birthday. And I started because me and my friends wanted to join a band or wanted to start a band. It wasn't like I was just playing um, just for fun. Like I started because we were starting a band. So we were all very terrible together. Yeah. And playing for 11, what? Almost 24 years now. Just shy. Dear God.
What are some of your musical influences as far as guitarist and stuff?
My favorite guitar players, I would probably say, are Randy Rhoads and Tony Iommi and Angus Young. Um, my favorite band is AFI, and I think if you listen to any of my original stuff, whether it's metal or otherwise, I think that's can you can pick that up on at times, even like when I don't realize it. Then after I complete the song, like, yeah, that's still there, regardless. Even metal format, it's just kind of comes through.
Can you tell me some of the history about the band and how you joined?
But I Set to Kill. So they started in high school, um, just as a high school band, I think in like 2004 or something. But like, whether you want to consider that the beginning of the band is up for a debate just because they weren't like serious until a little later. I think they put out their first EP in 2006 and pretty much started touring right away. And from what I have gathered just from, passing back tour stories over the years, that lineup lasted until 2006 lineup lasted until 2009, and then things started getting all. I mean, if you look at our Wikipedia, it's pretty. Although I've been told it also says I'm a bass player, which is not the case for play the bass, but I've never done so, and I said to kill. Um, so I don't know where that's from, but my, my first band that I started touring with were called Allura. I'm from LA. We actually toured a few times with I Set to Kill on Warp Tour. I actually recently found a few old flyers from like 2010 um, one-off shows in Hollywood that we were with on I Set to Kill. Don't remember that at all. Never met them or anything. And then in 2013, my band's manager and their manager at the time, I Set to Kill's manager at the time, were buddies. They're both from here in Hermosa Redondo area where I live. And it turns out I Set to Kill was going on tour in Mexico and needed an opener Um, and so we were chosen to do that. Funnily, nobody told us at the kill that we were going though. So that was another weird thing. So then, like, until like the day of, they're like, "Oh, another American band's going," but our managers worked it out and just didn't tell anybody, I guess. Um, so that's where I finally met them in 2013, and just stayed in touch. And then I think a year and a half about after that, Alexia asked if I could help out. I thought I was just doing one tour, helping out some old tour mates. Um, and then, yeah, here we are, 7 years later. I'm still helping out.
Do you know how they came up with the name "I Set to Kill"? Do you know how they came up with that?
I've never asked. I thought I read on the internet once that it was like from a poem that Alexia wrote, like way back in the day. It would have had to have been in like high school when she did it, you know? Um, so that's my best guess on that. I suppose I should know that, but I don't.
What city is the band based out of?
Based out of Phoenix, technically. Um, that's where Alexia and Caleb live. That's where whenever before tour starts, I go out there 90% of the time and we practice, and then we go. That's where they formed. Anissa, the original bass player, is from there. Everybody was from there. Um, However, since I have joined, we have had people playing bass from all over the country, and I'm not from Phoenix. Alexia didn't even live in Phoenix for like a year or two, so you know that's another weird question, just depending on the time. But we say just because it's easy.
I wanted to dig into some of your songs. "Fake" came out April 2022, and there's, like, a phone call in the song where the girl is, like, acting happy and her life is good, and then the guy kinda brings her back down to earth, and I was did you use that in the song to, like, help out with the story of the song?
Yeah, it was. I think just to move the story along and show a little bit more. I mean, you don't hear that often, like that big of a part of a song with that. So I think that was a pretty interesting thing. That was Caleb is the guy, and the original singer for "I Set to Kill," Lindsay, the girl. Um, yeah, who did that part? Yeah, I hand at it, but I don't know. I wasn't I wasn't doing it right or whatever the hell. So
I like the little spin on it, like, she's, like, all happy and talking about how her life is so good, and then the guy's like, "Well, I moved on with my life, and I'm with somebody else now," and she, like, totally loses it.
yeah, yeah, that'll happen. That was I think that the song was uh it's a little not even just rock, but just like the tone of the feel of the song is not in line with the rest of it, which is why it wasn't on there. Um but it was used for, yeah, it's being used on the vinyl as an extra track, which I always love extra vinyl tracks. I'm a big vinyl guy.
Surrender your will, open your mind and let it spill. See with me, swallow up your fear, find the way out. The world will burn around us, but whatever
Okay, you have a song called "Find Our Way," and it was released February 2021. And I was just wondering, how do you write a song like this? Do you like come in with a riff, or does Alexia have something? How does like the writing process work for a song like that?
That song she wrote with a producer. I don't remember his name. Um, when we first started touring again, like after the pandemic in June, that was the first time. Well, it came out during the pandemic, so that was the first time we were able to play it. And I don't know if Caleb knew it. I definitely did not, but I apparently, or she like said on stage that the lyrics are about that show Vikings. Um, I've never seen it. She apparently was obsessed with it for a little while and wrote it about that. Um, so yeah, I was like, oh damn, I did not, I didn't take that. But if me and Caleb wrote the lyrics, it'd probably all be about Spider Man and you know, gotta write what you love, right?
There's another song called "House of Glass." It was released September 2020, and you guys made an acoustic version of it. I was wondering, was it really hard to rearrange that for acoustic from the electric version?
I think it was just we didn't want it to be like. I mean, you don't necessarily, you want it to be interesting and not a complete carbon copy, just toned down, because then what's the point, kind of thing, you know. So I tried to listen to the solos and make sure I don't know, and especially because it was an acoustic version, I tried to do like less notes and just something that was a little more repetitive that you could latch onto that wouldn't like take away from just like the whole like the vibe of it, because the electric one gets a little crazier. So that was an interesting approach, or not approach, just like an interesting thing to do. That was also done during the pandemic. Um, we recorded that and the music video all within 3 days of each other, and we had a photo shoot, so it was really crazy. But yeah, so we came and did that down here at Conatown Studios at my friend's studio, and we were recording to a scratch track from the night before when we had. So the song was not even done when we just knew this whole idea was coming together. So yeah, I think there's footage from on Patreon of us recording and stuff, recording the acoustic one, and I think Caleb, we were having we were having trouble because I was helping edit the music video for the acoustic one, and I don't know if Caleb had forgotten what he had played or just was spacing out or what, but every time we would like go to a take of him at that part, he like was not playing what he had done on recording. So we had to like mix and match parts there, but no one, how could you know that?
What kind of guitars did you use on that in that video? I've never seen those before.
Those are called Lava Me guitars. It's a Japanese company um, that reached out to us and wanted us to grab some. I actually talked to them at NAM 2020 before all the nonsense happened as well. Very nice people. They're completely carbon fiber. There's no wood, and it comes with like a built-in like little effects mic and amplifier. It's pretty cool. Um, yeah, mine actually broke recently, which is a damn shame. Hopefully, I'll get another one. I don't know the input. I mean, I'm pretty tough on my instruments. This is what happens when you bring them on the road. But I don't know the input. Like I took it out to play a solo gig out here somewhere in like Orange County, and I went to plug in my guitar, and the input was just gone. And I looked at it, and the whole input just like got smashed somehow. I don't know what I did. Maybe I put it in my car wrong or something. But on that, before that, it sounded great.
You should have a case for that.
I had a case. I don't know. I don't remember throwing it.
What do you guys got planned for 2022?
So we are going to Europe and doing a couple of really awesome festivals and then some headlining dates out there. I think we'll be gone for about 4 weeks. And then doing a short East Coast run in the States. And those are like pretty much back to back. And then, yeah, that's it for now. I've heard we've been like in talks about some winter stuff, but just nothing concrete yet. We're playing, I think it's For the People Festival in Prague. Um, some huge names on that one. That's going to be really cool. And then, oh my God, what is the other name? We just agreed to one in Italy. I can't remember the name of it, but the Ghost Inside is headlining it on the day that we're on, which is awesome. 'Cause I grew up with the singer Vigil. Both of our old bands used to play together all the damn time before they blew up. So that was really cool to see how awesome he's.
How can we get a hold of you? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter?
Yeah, I have no idea how you like. You don't have like a Facebook handle, do you? It's just like a bunch of random numbers. I'm on there, but I have no idea how to find. I'm but Instagram and Twitter and that whole new TikTok thing the kids are on. I'm on that guy too. I'm sure I'm not using it correctly, but it's all AJ Bartholomew 4. My website, AJ Bartholomew, and then eyessettokill as Instagram and Facebook as well. I said official. Yeah.
That's all the questions I have. Thank you for coming on the show. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, thanks for having me. Just keep checking back. We got a bunch of Ice and Kill has a bunch of awesome tour dates coming up, so we're gonna announce more soon. And then I have a lot more solo stuff. Actually, I have a song coming out on the 7th with me and my sister's band. So Rochelle, take a look at that if you guys can as well.
What's the song called?
We haven't said it yet, so yeah, yeah. Surprise release. But yeah, cool. Well, great to talk to you. Have a great night.
When you wake up in the morning, you try and ignore it. That dirty feeling, the voice that keeps you from sleeping, it comes without warning. They haunt your dreams with all the things you hate about yourself, so you pretend to be somebody else. As long as it looks that way, you look so happy now.